Hey, folks, first full week of discussions here in week two. Now, we start off with a bang. We really do. I think this is one of the most interesting subjects we're going to cover in a discussion board this term. This is all about the subject of slacktivism. Now, backing up for a minute, before we even talk about what slacktivism is, we first want to kind of have a better understanding of maybe where it takes place. And this is something that's not completely, but primarily a phenomenon of social media. Now, social media, as most of you probably know, are these different interactive platforms online, things like Facebook, things like Twitter, or Instagram, or your kids are going to love, TikTok, or all sorts of stuff like that. Even things like Pinterest and to an extent, YouTube. These would be considered social media platforms, but primarily things like Facebook and Instagram. Those are really the two big ones. And so we understand generally what these things are, right? These are opportunities for us to interact with other people and to share information, to share personal experiences, and sometimes to get in fights over politics or whatever else. But that's really kind of what social media is, and it's one of these things that's kind of woven into the fabric of our society. It's something that is become so central to people's lives that it's maybe kind of hard to break away from. So something has emerged over the years that's been kind of born out of social media, and that is slacktivism. This is a portmanteau, or basically a combination of two terms, slacker and activism, mixed together. And so essentially a slacktivist is somebody who, when a big issue emerges, some sort of horrible calamity like the pandemic that we're going through, or a tsunami that kills thousands of people or something, people want to be activists. They want to say that I'm a part of something greater than myself, and so I'm going to go online and I'm going to change my profile picture just to let people know that I care about fighting COVID-19 or helping with the tsunami, or I'm in favor of such and such political issue or something like that. But it's really something where you're not heavily invested. You may not be giving money, you may not be calling your congressman, you may not, right? You just are kind of doing more of the slacker thing. You're posting a couple pictures and you're saying, I stand with whatever, and that's about it. So the term for that is now called slacktivism. So there's a couple of things that I want you to read in this week's discussion board kind of prompts that gives you some background on slacktivism. So the question for you is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? When you look at all the different background information that you're given, what do you think about slacktivism? Is this something that is basically unavoidable in today's day and age? Is this something that says something about us personally and the values that we have? Does this tell us that we're really kind of a very shallow people? Or is slacktivism really not that bad? It's an opportunity, kind of like an open door for people to start getting into activism. So I want you to take this in whatever way in whatever direction you want, as long as you're talking about social media and slacktivism. Okay, you can talk about kind of the impact of social media and technology on our lives. Is it making us lazy? Is it making us more efficient? Is it a little bit of both? What does it do to you personally? So this is an opportunity to really delve into a subject that is becoming very intimate to all of us. It's central to so much of what we do on a daily basis. So that's what I want to hear from you this week. I hope we have a really good and far-ranging conversation. Thanks, folks.